I was raised in a newsroom. I would sit alongside my grandmother, who worked as a switchboard operator for WPVI TV, the ABC affiliate in Philadelphia. For the past 30 years, I've been in and out of some of the biggest newsrooms in the country: NPR, CBS, NBC. I never thought much about bias. I always cared about digging for truth. But when you're surrounded by people who all see the world through the same lens, you can't know when there's a spot that still needs to be excavated. That's what happened in those newsrooms. But it was impossible to know until I got outside of it. I moved to Los Angeles convinced I would find better job opportunities in America's second biggest city. But what I actually found was unemployment. Desperate for work, I did something I never thought I'd do: take a job in conservative media. The day I was offered the job, I felt I had to tell them some news. My partner is a woman. To my surprise, my interviewer told me that his daughter was gay and that he didn't care about anything other than my talent. The more conversations I had with my coworkers, the more I realized that my preconceived notions about what they believed and their values was distorted. I began to understand that the stories some media outlets chose to tell often left out those of interest to huge swaths of the American public. There were also words and phrases used to demean opposition, for it or against it. It's a sign of bias. For example, to exclusively refer to the Florida law named the Parental Rights in Education Act as the Don't Say Gay bill when claiming to be neutral and objective. Feeling manipulated like that gave me a strong impulse to completely switch sides, to fully entrench myself in the mirror image of my previous tribe. But luckily, I was able to resist that impulse and choose curiosity about those with opposing beliefs. I also began to think critically and challenge every piece of information that came before me, regardless of its source. As journalists, our job is to provide the facts, let audiences interpret them on their own, and strive to remain open-minded ourselves. My insights led me to discuss one popular story with some friends at a previous newsroom. My current outlet had published new information, and I thought that they would appreciate having the additional facts. I was very wrong. Instead, because my employer had a different political slant, these facts were not just dismissed, but I was personally attacked. This was devastating to me, but it helped me recognize what media is too often doing, training us to see those outside of our tribe as threats, rather than helping us find the courage to be curious and compassionate, and to see those with a different perspective as full human beings who may or may not be wrong sometimes, but who can still make valuable contributions to our lives and our thinking. The pursuit of objectivity in journalism and being open to discovering facts, wherever they come from, is essential to creating a society that has a shared set of understandings. The only way we can all move forward together. We cannot let the heated attitudes of the current moment destroy that. Even if you hold to your original beliefs, you can defend them better with an understanding of how a reasonable person could believe the opposite. Every source has bias, and all sides have their closed-minded narratives. Seeking understanding and knowledge helps us to not just overcome our own bias, but to understand others and work towards a more inclusive and pro-human world. I'm Michelle Pollino. Join me in the pursuit of curiosity and compassion at fairforall.org.